Testing, testing. I'm Harry.
Testicle Tickler, I'm Richard.
It's Dead Decks. Welcome. Hello, everybody. How you doing?
Yeah. Dead Decks. Yeah, buddy. All right, buddy. Yeah.
I can do 2 minutes of anything.
Can you?
No.
Welcome to our basement. Come on in.
Yeah.
Another creepy goes on down here.
No. We'll let you leave, probably.
Shame.
Well, we know y'all leave about a third of the time in, whatever time we do.
Yeah.
So, that's fine. We get it.
Yeah, you all probably don't know this or don't care. Well, we haven't done one of these where we're looking at the camera and fucking forever.
Yeah, and, well, that won't make any sense if I say it, so I'm not going to say it.
Well,
anyway.
I don't know what the hell you're going to say either.
Well, okay, so I'll fucking say it then. The next video I'll get ready to put up is going to be a FaceTime of one that we did in November.
Oh, yeah.
And we are in the end of May 2023. So the one I'm getting ready to put up is from November 2022. So we're about 6 to 7 months behind, if not 8.
Yeah. Yeah, we pull some out of queue and put them other places. But
yeah, so.
Put them wherever they fit. What are we talking about today? Harry?
Wartime? The Great War?
This
the
is
last
gonna be,
Great War.
This is going to be a Richard Rants video. This is my big discovery. It's a prestigious award. I think I found something that most people don't know very much about. I'm pretty confident I have.
Stay tuned.
So I'm excited to talk about it. The last Great War. Harry finally got there. This is...
Look at the script.
You finally managed to read. This is my big discovery. There is a lot of there's a lot of misinformation out there on this game. Oh shit!
We're cutting this out. You ain't seeing this.
No, we fucking ain't. If you look up, say, Jeff's checklist, who we love, he's normally pretty accurate.
Yeah.
It says this game was never produced, and this was just a demo. The only products made were a demo, and there's just one deck, and it has a very short list. Well, that's not right.
We got you, Jeff Checklist. We're on top of you for a change. We're the pitcher.
And there's a couple of, there's a couple of Reddit posts, maybe. There's almost no information about this game out there, but now there is. This is the big reveal of all my homework I've been doing. So
the Richard is on it.
Richard is all over that shit. And I'm also switching between coffee and bourbon very frequently.
I'm double fisting it, actually.
All right, so the last Great War. Let's hold up a pack. This is a card game based on the Aliens Among Us property, which no, you haven't heard of because it's dumb and obscure. But it is based on a property, and it is a card game. I'm holding a sealed booster / starter because this is the only product ever made. There are 8 cards in this deck. So, Aliens Among Us property. This was made by the Did you say Feinstein? That's how you pronounce that last name, I believe.
Stein or
Feinstein. The Foundation. So this is by Alan Sean Feinstein. He's a philanthropist based out of Rhode Island. As the filming of this, he's still kicking. I think he's up in his 80s.
Hey, bud.
Yeah. Hey, how you doing? I'm sure you're going to watch this and care. The Feinstein Foundation is his philanthropic brainchild. He did work with schools, and he did programs against hunger and raised money, and even some of this product related to the property, maybe not the card game itself, says that this is going to go to a nonprofit. So this was not made for profit; it was made for the foundation. He seems to have made his money doing
Installing Windows?
No, selling collectibles through mail order, primarily stamp sheets.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about the stamp sheets.
Which is one prop I didn't grab.
Oh,
but,
that's a shame.
But trumped up value. Some of the letters that he sent along with the things you would order from are pretty hilarious.
Yes, they are.
One of these days, these are going to be super valuable, and they're not.
Stamps from Grenada.
Yeah.
Grenada. Find it on a map. I fucking dare. Don't Google that shit. Get a map out and point to it.
Yeah, they're not worth shit, but that was one of his big things he'd make money through. And he also dabbled in cards. He did some card sets, which is another prop I didn't pull. I have a card of him. I suck at this. I knew I had a bunch of props, But ain't like you're going to be able to see it all on camera anyway.
Yeah,
But there's a card set called Space Shots, I'm pretty sure, that has an Alan Sean Feinstein card. And it actually says he has an affinity for aliens. He's very intrigued by that. Thought for a while at least there was life on Mars. So, interesting dude. Anyway, if you YouTube it, you can even find some youngsters from schools up there. He would go to schools and speak in the Rhode Island area. And there's some people doing spoofs of him. It's pretty funny. But so that's how he made his money. Mail order collectibles. And then apparently he went off and dabbled in the card stuff. So the property, Aliens Among Us, consists of three things, other than this card game. Stamp sheets, which I have, and you can buy pretty, oh God, the glare.
Yeah.
You're going to have to get a picture up there, Harry.
All right. You give them to me, I'll take a picture, and I'll probably put them up.
The aliens on those stamp sheets are actually the same that are in the card game, so the property is related. The graphic novel, which I don't fucking have in my hands either. God, I suck at this. Just hold still. Keep this fucking thing going.
All right. Hey, guys. Harry here.
I'm Harry.
I'm going to talk to you today about Lord Xavier Richard.
Fuck yeah. I hope my asshole wasn't on camera just then.
Well, both of them got there.
Aliens Among Us, the graphic novel. So this is pretty tightly bound with this card game.
She's smoking a cigarette on the back.
Oh yeah, she's firing up and she's got little nipples sticking out too. Oh.
Riddle nipples.
Nipples and cigarettes.
Two of our favorite things.
Two of my 19 favorites. That's your standard graphic novel that glares and you won't be able to see. But
yeah. If we were better at what we do, we take pictures and shit.
They only made this one, but this is really foundational for the property. So all of the images in here are pretty close to the ones that made it on the cards. And then the other thing they made was a fixed trading card set, which I was smart enough to have next to me. Blah. Called, God the glare, There Are Aliens Among Us. This is I think it's 8 or 10 cards. Yeah.
All holograms?
8 cards. They all have holograms on the back. On the front, they've got a artistic rendering of an alien that goes along with real life sightings. So people from various times in history and various locations that said they saw aliens and described them, they actually seem to have incorporated that into the property. So the graphic novel and the card game. And I looked those up. Those are, people have said they saw those aliens at those times. So this was based on historical alien sightings.
It's like a real life X-Files.
Yeah, it kind of is. I think he really was. I don't know if you would say the guy's obsessed or he's just a smart marketing guy. If he really thought there was aliens, yeah, he was just building that up and going, yeah, aliens are real about this stuff. I actually found a case of these from the Feinstein Foundation. Steinstein. With his Rhode Island address. This is way more of these than I need to own, this fixed 8 card set. But this was cheap as fuck, so...
They come in a pretty cardboard box.
Yeah, and I don't have the Barbara Streisand stamp sheet that I bought nearby, but I swear to God I bought it for like $1. And it has one of those great letters from this foundation that says...
It's going to go up and up and down.
It's going to be worth $1 million when you get old.
And it's got the error printed, wrong names, misspelled, upside down,
yeah, he
backwards.
fucked up producing his own property at the factory and then called it a misprint. It's worth more now because our quality sucks. So that's pretty genius.
And it's a Granada stamp. We've mentioned this before, but these are Granada stamps. I don't know what the fuck that's about, but
yeah. Well, you look up these. When you look up The Last Great War, it says it was published by the Outsiders Group. Well, I dug up more on that too. It does directly reference the Feinstein Foundation and the rules. So this was, the Outsiders Group was just some little spin-off company name they made that was Ari Feinstein. That was his son. You do the opposite of whatever I do, no matter what I do. That's not fair.
Just to make sure that we're covering both bases.
Steinstein.
We don't remember which one is the bad Steen or the bad Stein, so we got to go with both.
So the guy who ran this was the son, and so this was just it was all really part of the same deal. Just a different company name on paper. So the Outsiders Group is not some big company that made other games. So the cards, we'll talk about them a little. Let me get some, since I have more props nearby.
They're not the ones you need.
Yeah, I'm missing a couple of key props. How dare I not have Barbara Streisand on camera? I don't know if you can tell from me holding these. They're tall as fuck. That's the first thing you'll notice. They're much taller than your average card.
I was going to say we can't have the Streisand effect without Streisand.
Sure, we still can.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, they're huge. They are regular cardboard.
Tall boys.
They don't feel like a normal CCG card. They feel like a trading card.
Yeah.
Except for on the back, they have a hologram. Oh, that's showing up well.
That. Yeah, look at that.
Our glare is actually good for holographic shit.
Well, that changes everything.
That sure does. Now we can only show holographic cards from now on out. The art is actually pretty good. So I'll show you one, and hopefully I'll remember where I pulled it out of. That isn't too bad. I really dig the art. Maybe, Harry, you can get one of these.
If you give me pictures or let me take pictures of them, we'll put them in.
I'll give you pictures. I like the art. A lot of it appears to have been done by Daniel Warner, who went on to do some comic book stuff. He's a comic book artist, and he's actually credited in the rule book as the game's designer. So I dig the art a lot, and the holobacks are weird.
That is really weird.
That's something you'll never see, and they're different. So they're not the same for every card deck.
And like most foiled stuff from especially this era, it all curls like a motherfucker.
Oh, these are curled real bad. They're like
Pringles.
Yeah, they're bad. So on the products, this is all they made. It was these sealed starter decks of 8 cards. All of them already said they were based on the graphic novel. The contents are fixed, so the 8 cards are the same 8 when you open a pack, but there's 10 of them, and they're blind. So even though it's the same 8 cards, you don't know which one you're pulling. So, quasi random.
Yeah.
But I'll get to more on that in a minute. But yeah, it is quasi random, especially if you're buying some loose packs. And there's a total of 10 different decks. So there are 80 cards in the set. I can confirm because I own them all. There is not just the 8 that was listed on Jeff's. Sorry, Jeff. Somebody gave you bad info.
Motherfucker.
So the question of, is this a CCG? Well, I don't know. I think this is very squirrely on the definition. And we don't really care anyway. Different card backs are confusing. That's unusual. The fact that it's fixed decks, that normally means not a CCG, but they are blind. But I'm suspicious that these were sold in a complete set of 10. These little boxes like that I just showed you of the other trading cards that they had. Most of these listings you see on eBay, there's only 2 or 3 right now. They're almost all in lots of 10 packs. So my guess is that you could buy a full set straight through the mail order. So if that's the case, that probably makes this not a CCG. By the technical definition. One of the things the Scribe Bible says is if you could easily buy a complete set, then it doesn't count.
Yeah, but yeah.
And the card backs, like I said, that's a funky one too. So it's very tenuous what this actually is, whether or not you call it a CCG. But gameplay is very CCG-like. There's fuck my life.
Yeah, please.
There's a whole lot of gameplay modes. There's like 9 different variants of how you can play these. And some of them are just fucking dumb. There's a memory game. There's something like dominoes. There's a word jumble game. Some kind of weird storytelling shit. I don't even know how you're supposed to judge that.
So is this guy a huckster?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I think he's I mean, mail order in the '80s. Yeah, he's
he's a huckster
by default. I think you kind of have to be. But somebody put a lot of time into making all these card variants, and there's dedicated elements on the cards that are for some of these different modes of play. The weird dominoes thing has these dots you match up, and it's pretty wild. They put a fair amount of effort into some of that. But there is a rule set that takes up most of the rule sheet, which is called the Master Game. And that one is very much a CCG. You have your own deck. Says it can be from 8 to 800 cards. And then my favorite quote from the rule book, and read it so I get it right. Remember, it's not the size of your deck that is the most important, it's how you use it.
That's right.
Tell me that was fucking accidental.
Yeah, uh-huh.
That was not accidental.
Change one letter, and that's a whole different sentence.
That's right. It's fucking great. It made me laugh when I read it. But yeah, that's good stuff. Not the size, how you use it. So anyway, standard CCG fare. You've got planet cards that act as locations, and you've got your aliens. You can move them around to different locations. You have resources that are created by your planets that you use to cast cards. There's a weird thing of you have upkeep on your cards basically every turn. Some cards have a permanent cost, and if you don't play it, they get discarded. But as you can tell, I mean, and you attack other aliens and they fight. It's a CCG. So
I've got a question.
yeah.
If you can have an 800 card deck, does that mean you can have unlimited number of cards of one type?
No, they're lying to you because, I think 4 is the limit. So
Line motherfuckers.
the math doesn't work, does it?
No, at all.
80 card set and 4 of each. Yeah, it doesn't work.
That's not 800.
Not even using our Abu Dhabi math can I make that work.
Well, I'm disappointed now. I've been lied to.
There's a few oddities about this game, things that are interesting. One of them, there's some cards. I think it's all the planets have some alien letters, and the rule book has like a decoder.
Get some Ovaltine eventually.
Yeah, drink more Ovaltine is exactly what this fucking game does. So it tells you to decode this thing and send a letter in and tell them you've done it, and they'll send you an identity card. And I swear to God, the rules say if you have an identity card, you actually get bonus resources in your turn.
Drink more Ovaltine?
I've never seen a CCG that has you do real world shit and it gives you a game advantage for it. That's wild. And somewhere around here, I decoded one of these and wrote it down. I think it was a metagame thing or like a fourth wall breaking thing. It said, teach somebody you know the game. I went through all the fucking trouble of my old eyes reading this rule book and decoding this alien message, and it said, teach a friend the game.
He's taught me shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't teach anybody anything. I'll fuck your identity card. I don't want it.
Take that, Weinstein. Or no, it's not Weinstein. It's
Weinstein. Steen.
What's his actual name?
Feinstein.
Fine.
But you were close enough.
Fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was wild. Show your identity card and you get 10 bonus resources and you're like, holy shit. They were creating a little cult, or attempting to. You will go do the messages on your decoder ring, or else you'll lose the game. So yeah, you send it into them, you got your card, and then you get completed your mission. I think that was really the biggest oddity in there. The gameplay, the rules are convoluted looking, but like I said, pretty standard CCG fare.
Yeah.
So, as far as I know, this is not known to be. I think I kind of discovered this. So the first time on this channel, we might have actually discovered something. Because everything I saw said that this was unmade, and these are a couple promo cards that leaked out. But that is not true, and this is so close to being a CCG, I would say that it should count.
Oh, we'll include it.
Yeah. Certainly people have interest in CCGs. You were to cover up the card back, find some tall sleeves with a black back, which I'm sure out there somewhere. You could play this as a CCG, for sure.
We'll redefine the rules to make them what we want them to be. We're good at that.
Yeah, I'm not sure the availability of a set makes it not a CCG to me. I don't know if I'd agree with Scry's definition anyway, because...
Oh, that's a 3-year-old definition now, too. So
yeah. Lots of games not lots, some games came out with factory sets, but if the primary way to buy it was through randomized products, I'm not sure the existence of a factory set would ruin it.
You've already disproved that rule by you wanting to collect them, and they're a game.
Yeah.
So they are a collectible card game.
There you go. The only real purchase, I have a stack of 10 decks I'm leaving sealed. I got a whole set, and I have a few extras.
Collectible.
The only real thing I want from this is I'd love to find an actual sealed box and see if it was truly sold as a set with all 80 cards. And then one with his little letter on it would be great. I'd love to find one that includes the Feinstein letter. You're going to be rich eventually. Hold on to these. Nobody's ever heard of this game now.
Yeah. And never will, because they're not going to watch it here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. There's our prestigious award. Big major discovery.
Yep.
Fuck, 18 minutes in.
That's perfect.
All right. How'd I do then?
Good enough.
Fuck, I wish I would one day, buddy. Fuck off. Go hit the button.